about the way that the Bulldogs hit from the outside, and they're a very, very good hitting team. In fact, their two leading hitters, and you almost have to compare this to a baseball batting average, but their two leading hitters actually come in at a .357 and a .316, which means that every set that they get, about 1/3 of those are coming in and resulting in points for them. And as opposed to that for the Bulldogs, Olivia Root sits at 3.64, but then we're down to 2.38 for Jesse Giles and 1.65 for Nicole Brown. So, I think we're going to have to be sure to work on the outside. The strength for the Bulldogs has been their middle. And so, we're going to have a contrast here, setting up outside hitters versus middle hitters. So expect a very good match tonight, Matt.
We certainly do. You mentioned that we talked yesterday with Coach Craneville in our Coach's Corner show. We're going to hear a portion of that interview coming up next as our Farmers Ag Center pregame show continues in 2 minutes here on AM 1390 KJAM.
Consumer protection. We're not just here to help you with your complaint. We'd like to help.
Hey, girls, I need you turned down just a hair and you're crackling.
Trust your farming operation with the locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. With their state-of-the-art facility, Farmers Ag Center offers trusted advice when it comes to fertilizer, seed, and crop protection products. Area producers can expect accurate and timely advice, including efficient delivery and application of products during all seasons. Locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. The leaders in the field, the leaders in customer service. Proud to serve area farmers and proud to support area communities.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call GSN Insurance in Madison today, 556-0242.
Have you ever lost sleep over your real estate property investment? Ever wondered if you owed more money at closing time? Hi, I'm Kelly with Weber Abstract. As a consumer, you have a choice. Do you close your mortgage? And we have appreciated that choice for the last 60 years. If you are buying a home or refinancing, think of Weber Abstract, serving all of Lake County. Weber Abstract in Madison, 256-4640. Or visit us at weberabstract.com. Why go anywhere else?
Welcome back to the Farmers Ag Center pregame show here on Dakota's Best AM 1390 KJAM. Yesterday in the Coach's Corner show here on Dakota's Best, Paul Gould had a chance to talk with Madison head coach Jill Craneville. Here's what Coach Craneville had to say in that interview just ahead of tonight's match.
Give me your initial thoughts of things that worked well for your team.
Playing against Garrettson, who's 0-something, I don't even know what it was exactly. It's hard to get going. And the girls did a nice job. We started off just a little bit slow, but again, the pace is so much slower. You're kind of getting one chance at it. And so it was really hard to get into a rhythm. And honestly, last night, walking away with that win and how we won, I was happy with.
Yeah, just looking at the last time you were on a couple of weeks ago, your team was in the middle of it, and just trying to stay a little more consistent. Ended up with a 19-8 regular season record, and finishing 5th in the Dakota 12 Conference Tournament. And what is just looking at your team's run the last few weeks, what has been a couple of keys for your team to stay so consistent in this run into the postseason?
Our offense has done a nice job taking care of the ball. Now what we need to really focus on is our passing. And defensively, if we get a free ball or anything like that, we need to be able to use it. And so that's our big emphasis going into tomorrow night is defensively we have to be on, and then also how to serve receive. I know our offense can take care of it in the front. Now I want our defense to prove that they can get the job done as well.
Yeah, definitely not going to get any easier from here.
No.
Like you said, tomorrow night, taking on Baltic down in Sioux Falls Christian at their high school with the way that the region is set up. Just looking at what Baltic brings to the table, what are you looking at to kind of set the tone against Baltic tomorrow night?
We have to come out and be aggressive. We can't give them any free balls. They have two decent outside hitters that can swing and hit the ball, and so we need to make them work for every point that they get. And so by doing so, we need to be aggressive. If we can't get a full swing, we've got to tip, push, do something, but can't give them something easy to hit back at us. And if they do, we have to be ready defensively. We have to be down low, which we haven't been very good about lately. So we need to stay low so we can get to those different balls.
Yeah, and, trying to stay aggressive as well. Now looking from Baltic, and if, you come out with a win against them. And also, Sioux Falls Christian is waiting in the wins as well, hosting that region. Just looking at this season against Sioux Falls Christian, what are some things that Sioux Falls Christian has done to kind of make themselves and set themselves apart and differently from the region against, some of your teams?
They're just consistent. They're always consistent. They are just fundamentally sound. You watch them and they kind of move together. They do everything together, and they've got some big hitters in the front row who can swing and hit. And so they've got that program built, and they've just done a really nice job. They have people coming in every single year, stepping into those positions, and they're just a very good, well-rounded volleyball team.
Yeah, just staying consistent is a really big thing, especially in volleyball, especially this time of year too, where it's you win, you move on, but as soon as you have one bad set or even one bad match, that's it. Just looking at your team too, just trying to stay more consistent. What's the chances that you have for practice leading up into the postseason with each match? It seems do or die. What are some things that you've been preaching to some of your players to aid in some of that consistency?
One of the main things that we've been saying is focus and finish, and then the girls tend to add their other fun and the other F's that they said that go along with it. But the main one is focusing and finishing, because if we can focus and finish a match, then we shouldn't have any problem with anyone that we compete against. But if we lack focus and we just don't play to win sometimes and not finish, then that's where we get ourselves in trouble. And the girls have been doing that in practice, and they're ready to go. They're excited. And I have all the confidence in the world that they can do it. They just need to now get over that hump and have their own confidence in themselves.
That's Madison head coach Jill Craneville last night with Paul Bold on the Coach's Corner show here on Dakota's Best. We're going to take another 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have the first serve between the Bulldogs of Madison and the Bulldogs of Baltic. As the playoffs continue on Dakota's Best, AM 1390. Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions.
Hey, I'm just checking if y'all are still there.
Grow smart and reduce loss. Let Wilbur Ellis address your challenges. Contact your Wilbur Ellis representative at 489-2171. At Wilbur Ellis, they never stop looking ahead.
Planning to use a credit card to cover your upcoming holiday travel expenses or help manage that Christmas shopping list? Why not let the dollars you spend reward you? Twice. Apply for a Dakota Land Federal Credit Union low-interest Visa card today and earn double the reward points for all purchases made between November 1st and the end of the year. The holidays could be twice as nice, earning double the reward points to spend on valuable merchandise and travel. Offer good through the end of December. Some restrictions to apply. Visit DakotaLandFCU.com for details.
Come on into the sunshine.
Sunshine has everything you need to host game night. From burgers to brats and great deli items like potato salad, coleslaw, and chicken, as well as take and bake pizza, Sunshine Foods has you covered. Need to stock up on beverages? Check out the wine and spirits department at Sunshine Foods. Sunshine Foods in Madison, your one-stop shop for game night.
Neighborhood fresh, neighborhood feel, Sunshine Foods.
Twin Lakes and
Animal Clinic, TLAC.
Take special care of your animals with Twin Lakes Animal Clinic in Madison, Indy Howard Animal Clinic with Doctors Tom, Dave, Brooke, and Jennifer. We're on hand with help of instant animal care or summer vacation. Rely on Twin Lakes for boarding facilities. Call for details. From house pets to complete livestock herd, Twin Lakes in Madison, Indy Howard Animal Clinic are stocked with both small and large animal supplies. Call Twin Lakes Animal Clinic for helpful hints on your animal care.
Welcome back to Dakota's Best, AM 1390 KJAM. And online, we have the video stream up and online for you tonight at AmazingMadison.com. It's on the Bulldog Sports page. You can find the link on our Facebook page as well here tonight. Madison in the second round of the Region 3A playoffs taking on Baltic this evening. We are live from the Helena broadcast booth at Sioux Falls Christian High School. Chargers already with a win. They are into the Sweet 16 with their 3-set victory over Del Rapids. I'm Matt Gross. Alongside me is Tom Farrell. Sioux Falls Christian, that powerhouse of a team that they've got still moves on. But like we said, it was interesting to watch Del Rapids play with them that way. And I think it shows maybe how strong some teams in this region are, that Del Rapids is a team that now a couple of times this year has been able to do that to Sioux Falls Christian, just be that close with them.
Very definitely, Matt. And, it was a situation where the Warriors came out and they just dominated early in that set. And they were held a lead until the score was 16-16 in that first set. And then very similar thing, they took a lead in that final set, and they were actually up by a 9-6 score in that score. Hopefully the Bulldog volleyball team had an opportunity to sit and watch some of that to see that they've got to be ready to play. You know, there's a nice crowd on hand from Baltic and a good crowd on hand from Madison, but certainly maybe I thought we might have a few more people from Madison that would make the trip down for this semifinal match and the right to go on.
It is nice to see, though. I see a few members of the Bulldogs football team over there. I see at least a couple of Madison High School alumni that are over there, some recent graduates that are here watching tonight as well. And the Bulldogs football team's got to turn around pretty early and head out to St. Thomas More tomorrow morning. So make sure you get your sleep there over there, guys, when you get back home tonight. Tom, you got the starting lineups. You want to go ahead and run those down for us?
I certainly do. We'll start first for the Baltic Bulldogs, and they will be the visitors because of the seeding points. They are the number 3 seed. The Bulldogs are the number 2 seed. So starting at their libero is number 2, Jada Tiedemann. She's 5'4" and a junior. Right side outside hitter, number 5, Carrington Entringer. She's 5'4" and a junior. Maddie Polzine, number 6, an outside hitter, and she's 5'10" and a senior. McKay McKazik is a middle hitter, 5'10" and a junior. She's wearing number 8. Number 10, Rachel Aberson. She's a middle hitter, 5'9", and the second of 2 seniors for the Baltic Bulldogs. Number 14, Amber Hartman, will be one of their setters. It looks like the Bulldogs will probably be running based on their alignment that they've submitted, what would be called a 4-2 set, which they have the setter always coming out of the front row and out of the back row. They'll actually be running a 5-1 as a part of that. And so Hartman would be one of those. And then Madeline Workitz is a middle hitter, 5'8", and a junior. Head coach for the Baltic Bulldogs is Matt Kontz. Assistant coach is Lynette Coker, Marissa Whipple, and Patrick Brown. We expect to also see for the Baltic Bulldogs, number 3, Shelby Doss. She's a 7th or 9th grader, 5'8", and a setter. As we take a look for our starters for the Bulldogs of Madison, pretty much a lineup that we're accustomed to seeing. Number 1, starting as that left side hitter, is Jenny Giles, 5'7", and a junior. Playing the setter and working her way all the way around is Shania Schwabach. She's 5'7" and a junior. Jessie Giles, an outside hitter, 5'10", and a junior. We expect to see Maddie Geary, even though the fact that Nicole Brown may be starting, I would be surprised if we didn't continue to see Maddie Gary, 5'9", sophomore, wearing number 7. Claire Stoller will be another one we'll see as an outside hitter. Comes in and does a good job of serving. Claire is a senior, 5'6", and wearing number 10. Leading the Bulldogs in attacks is number 11, Olivia Rude. She's a middle hitter, 5'11", and Olivia is a junior. And then number 17, returning back to the lineup following a knee injury, is Nicole Brown. She is 6'3" and a junior. And the other senior on the team, along with Stoller, that will be in the starting lineup, will be Valerie Naustrup. She's 5'7". She plays that defensive specialist. And we might as well talk about the one other senior on the Bulldog team who saw a very good action Tuesday night against Garrettson, and that's Lily Monroe. She came in and did a good job of serving, and she's 5'5" and a senior. Head coach for the Bulldogs is Jill Cradaville. Her assistant junior varsity coach is Katie Wheeldryer, and Jerica Thompson is the freshman coach. The teams, as you can see, have receiving their final instructions. Our vantage point is up in the weight room, and no, Matt and I are not lifting weights. Don't worry about that. But we're up in the weight room, and so we sit on what would be considered the south end of the Sioux Falls Christian Gymnasium. On the north end will be the Baltic Bulldogs. You can see them taking the court with their blue jerseys with gold down the sleeves and gold numbers. Their libero getting ready to check in is Jada Tiedemann. She's in the gold jersey. Bulldogs are waiting for the final alignment to be checked, and then their libero, Valerie Naustrup, will be checking in. So with that done, we're ready to get underway in the first serve of this best 3 out of 5 semifinal match, with the winner advancing to somewhere next week in the Sweet 16. It will be a Bulldog team, but the question is, will it be the Baltic Bulldogs or will it be the Madison Bulldogs?
As Coach Hangen said when we played Millbank, will it be the right Bulldogs?
Yep. And there is Shelby Dosh with the first serve for the Baltic. Up to the middle, taken over and blocked in the middle there by Pasick, and the ball comes down on the Bulldog side. So that is the first point scored by the guests on the scoreboard. The Baltic Bulldogs. Next serve is into the net. And again, that was Dosh's second serve. So we're tied in this first set at 1 apiece. Back serving now, Claire Stoller. Nicole Brown takes a seat. Here comes the serve by Stoller. Nice serve, brought up, and unable to pass it. To set it was Dosh as the ball was too close to the net. So a passing error credited to the Baltic Bulldogs, and Madison leads 2-1. Stoller in the middle of the court with her next serve. Another hard serve, passed up, set to the outside, brought over, nicely brought up by Jessie Giles to Rude, and Rude is blocked. Ball was really tried to keep in play there by Naustrup, but a tremendous job of blocking up front in there by Polzine and Entringer. Ties our first set at 2 apiece. And back serving for the Bulldogs was Pasick. Set to Rude, but she goes wide, so Baltic enjoys their second lead of this first set, a 3-2 advantage, Baltic. And McKay Pasick, the junior, next serve just hits the ribbon and bounces over. As we've said many times this season, Matt, you can't practice that.
And from our vantage point, I thought that was on their side at first till I saw Baltic jumping up and down.
Next serve by Pasick, passed up nicely by Naustrup. Schwabach sets on the outside for Jenny Giles, blocked by Baltic. Ball passed up by Tiedemann, and the ball comes back onto the Baltic side. We're charged with 4 hits. So it's 3 for Madison, 4 for the Baltic Bulldogs. And back serving for Madison, Jenny Giles. Giles serve, brought across. Tiedemann pops it up. And a hard hit out of the middle. Great job in there by Maddie Polzine, the senior, to give the Baltic Bulldogs a 3-5 lead in this first set. Back serving is the libero, Jada Tiedemann. Tiedemann's right-hand serve comes across, passed up to Schwabach. She comes at the back set, and off the block there of Polzine was Rude's hit for a kill. And Bulldogs of Madison trail by a 5-4 score. And back serving Olivia Rude. Rude, the right-handed server, sauce serve, brought up, set hard, free ball to cross for the Bulldogs. Up, Schwabach sets on the outside for Jesse Giles, dug out by Tiedemann. Set into the middle for the Baltic Bulldogs, dropped hard, nice block in the middle there by the Madison, and that was Maddie Gary we'll credit that block with. So we're tied again in this first set, 5 apiece. Third tie, and back serving Rude. Next serve by Olivia is brought up, set to the left side for Polzine, and Polzine, as we were warned by Coach Cradaville, those outside hitters, she took it right down the line. So it's a 6-5 Baltic advantage. And back serving Maddie Polzine, the senior outside hitter. She has her toss, delivers it across, ball brought up, set by Schwabach to Jesse Giles, kept in play by Baltic. Tipped over, Maustrup up, Schwabach over to Jesse Giles, and the ball a long ways from the net, goes into the net, so that'll be a Baltic point, 7-5 Baltic advantage. Set number 1, remember, loser of this goes home, winner advances to the round of Sweet 16 next Thursday. Serve goes out, Jesse Giles was there, almost reached for it, but let it bounce out, so that'll be a Madison point, 7-6. Substitution, Brown in, stole her out for the Bulldogs, and back serving is Shania Schwabach. The right-hander delivers her serve, takes it across, and into the net was the pass up, and trying to keep it in play was Maddie Polzine, but we're tied again at 7, and that is our 4th tie of this first set. We expected a close match, and certainly this first set is not letting us down. Schwabach continues from the service line. Comes over, nice serve up. Tiedemann with the pass up and hit over. Right there to bring it up was Jesse Giles. Back set to Brown on the right, and she brings it down onto the Madison side. Looked like that was going to be nicely set up, but it came back on Madison's side, so Baltic up 8-7. Next serve comes across, passed up to Schwabach, to Brown this time. She takes it across, brought up by Giles, brought over, but she's going to be called for being in the net for the Baltic Bulldogs. And there was a net violation in there. It looked like it was Madison Van Wy. So we're tied at 8. 5th tie, set number 1. Jesse Giles at the service line. Ball passed up, back set on there, brought across. Brown brings it over on the one hit. Tiedemann brings it up, free ball to cross in there by Pasick. Set Schwabach to Jenny Giles, and the ball goes out of bounds. And that will be a Madison point. And, you know, Matt, that is the first Madison lead of this set, 9-8.
9-8.
So Jesse Giles continues at the service line. Nice serve. Ball passed up. Ball that goes to the outside. Brown with a piece of it, but it comes back down on the Bulldog Madison side. And we're tied then 6th time at 9 apiece. And back serving is Madison Van Wy for the Baltic Bulldogs. Comes across, passed up. Schwabach sets to Brown, who's in the middle. Brown, Nicole, brings it down for a Madison point. 10-9. Out comes Maddie Gary. In comes now Olivia Rude. And to the back to serve is Valerie Naustrup. Naustrup, the senior libero.
Important to get this over. You got Brown and Rude here for a very limited time right in the front of the net. You can make a run.
Nice job on the serve by Naustrup. Brought up by the Baltic Bulldogs. Naustrup brings it up to Schwabach. Into the backcourt for Jesse Giles. She hammers it hard. Baltic runs their offense. Nice pass up by Schwabach out of the back, and they're going to call a double hit on the set by Jesse Giles as the ball came to rest as she was trying to do that backcourt set. So that is tie number 7 at 10 apiece. Ball is up and mishandled off of the serve, so that'll be a service ace and a point for Baltic, who's up 10-11 in this first set. and Shelby Dosh continues with her serve. Ball passed up nicely by Jenny Giles, set to Rude. Rude hits it hard. Baltic works hard to keep it in play, and they do. They free ball it across. Madison, Schwabach on the right side to Brown. She's blocked. Naustrup, left side. Jenny Giles tries to tap it over, but she hits it into the net. Tremendous rally, longest rally of the set, but it goes to the Baltic Bulldogs, who lead this first set 12-10. Dosh's next serve, brought up by Naustrup, set on the outside to Jenny Giles, and we have a net violation on the Baltic team, so that'll be a side out for Madison, who trail by a 12-11 score. Nicole Brown takes her time back to the bench, brings in Claire Stoller to serve. Here comes the serve by Stoller. It's a nice floater serve, set up to the outside for Baltic. Dug out beautifully by Naustrup, set to the middle for Rude. She taps it over the double block. Baltic works hard to keep it in play, but it goes into the stands. And we're tied for the 8th time in this first set, 12-12, and back serving is Claire Stoller. Stoller, the right-handed senior, delivers a nice floating serve, ball up. Set on the outside again, and this one was beautifully hit by Maddie Polzine, but there was a net violation on Polzine as her follow-through caused her to go into the net. So Madison recaptures the lead at 13-12, and Stoller's next serve. Coming right back into that same location. Beautiful back set, tipped at the net. Trying to go away from it was Schwabach. Probably she should have just stopped and passed it up, but didn't quite get that done. So 9th tie of the evening at 13-13. The Baltic Bulldogs with their serve. Hard serve. Jenny Giles works hard to keep it, and we're up to Superintendent Bob Siddick with the play for the Baltic Bulldogs. But more importantly, that doesn't count, so that's a point for the Bulldogs. 13-14 for favor of Baltic. Next serve, Naustrup up. Schwabach sets to the middle for Rude. Quick set. Baltic quickly on the defense. Brings it back. Free ball over by Polzine. Right up to Schwabach. Back with Rude, and she does a one-arm. The ball was blocked back, and the natural reaction is stick the arm out, which caused the ball to go out of bounds. And so with a 13-15 advantage for Baltic, we have a timeout. We'll take 30 on Dakota's Best.
Mustang Seeds, your proven leader with proven performance for over 53 years. Providing top-notch service that area producers have come to expect. Mustang Seeds provides the service and products to maximize yields and quality harvest. Mustang Seeds is the best choice for having your farming operations succeed. Contact your seed expert today at Mustang Seeds, 605-256-6529, or online at mustangseeds.com.
You can count on our seeds year after year, planting your future. Mustang Seeds.
And welcome back to the Sioux Falls Christian High School Gymnasium. This is Region 3 semifinals tonight. Madison versus Baltic. Tom Farrell joined by Matt Gross this evening. Madison takes their first time out. They trail 15-13, and Baltic back on with their next serve. Comes across, passed up. Schwabach sets on the outside for Jenny Giles. Hits it deep and too deep, and that'll be a Baltic point. 13 for Madison, 16 for Baltic. And continuing to serve is McKay Pasick. Her serve is out, just long, and so that is a point and side out for Madison, 14-6. And Jenny Giles comes back with the serve for Madison. Giles with the approach. She takes it right down the straight. Ball tapped up, free balled across in there by Entringer. Schwabach sets on the outside for Jessie Giles. Baltic deep in their backcourt pass and free balled over. Right up to Naustrup. She takes it, and Rude tries to, Rude and actually Jessie Giles come together there, and it goes out of bounds off of the hit. So it's 14-17 Baltic. Remember, we go to 25 points in these first 4 sets. Back serving is Tiedemann, and that just drops in front of Jenny Giles. The Bulldogs are going to have to, of Madison, are certainly going to have to pick things up a little bit in this first set to keep the momentum going. Tiedemann's next serve. Ball passed up. Schwabach back set to Rude, and her hit is blocked. A beautiful block at the net for there. Done nicely in there by Polzine and Aberson. So Baltic picks up at their 19th point, while Madison only has 14. And continuing to serve is Jada Tiedemann. Tiedemann's next serve, passed up nicely by Jenny Giles, set, free ball across by Naustrup. Baltic sets the offense. They come to the middle and blocked by Rude, back into the backcourt. Naustrup, passed up by Schwabach, shoot set across by Rude. The Baltic sets up, and they're going to be called for the double hit on the set. So that'll give Madison the side out and the point, 15-19, and Olivia Rude is in the backcourt serving now for Madison. Her serve comes across, nice serve, played well by Baltic, taken to the outside, passed up quickly by Rude. Set on the outside for Jessie Giles, and she takes it outside the line. So that'll be a Baltic point. Baltic now has 20. They only need 5 more, and they will pick up their first set. We play best 3 out of 5 sets. Back serving is Maddie Polzine for Baltic. Jessie Giles with the pass up. Quick shoot set across by Schwabach into the backcourt, out of the middle. Rachel Aberson, and that is another Baltic point, 15-21. Jill Cradaville takes her second timeout, so we'll take another 30 on KJAM.
Heartland Consumers Power District would like to congratulate the Madison football team on an outstanding season and wish you the best of luck in the postseason. Your accomplishments reflect teamwork, talent, dedication, and the power of forward thinking. Heartland is proud to call Madison home and deliver reliable, affordable energy and services to the city. We are always looking to the future to ensure we are a trusted partner in the community and leader in our industry. That's our promise and the power of forward thinking. Good luck, Bulldogs.
And welcome back to the Sioux Falls Christian Gymnasium. You're listening to KJAM AM 1390, Madison, South Dakota. Bulldogs using their second timeout trail the Baltic Bulldogs in this first set, 21-15. And again, Baltic continues from the service line, and that's Maddie Polzine at the serve. She approaches with the jump serve. Ball passed by Jenny Giles out of the backcourt and free balled over nicely by Maddie Geary. Baltic sets, they go to the outside, and that ball goes long, and that was a hit in there by Carrington Entringer, and puts a 16th point for Madison, 21 points for Baltic, and back serving Shania Schwabach. That leaves us 3 hitters up front with Schwabach in the back row. Her first serve is kept in play by Baltic, set and dropped over. Brown with a block and a hit back over. Quick shoot set across, and that was Shelby Dosh at the net trying to go against. She sits at 5'8", and Nicole Brown at 6'3", and Nicole Brown brings it back for the illegal hit call on Baltic, 17-21. Schwabach's next serve is a hard serve to the backcourt, brought up, set, and we're going to be having an illegal hit on the set there also. 2 hits being called with the set as it's coming to rest. So it's 18-21. Madison starting to rally back behind this serving of Shania Schwabach. Right-handed serve, takes it deep into the backcourt. Passed up. Dosh with a quick set across, and Nicole Brown's caught in the net. And so that'll give Baltic their 22nd point, while Madison has 18. Baltic has the serve, and back with the serve is Carrington Entringer. Jessie Giles keeps it in play, shoots that across nicely by Naustrup. Baltic takes advantage of the free ball, and they bring it right into the middle and hit down by Rachel Aberson. Baltic now has 23, only need 2 more points, while Madison has 18, and continuing at the service line will be Entringer. Serve comes across, passed up nicely by Giles, back set in the middle to Brown, hammers hard, but the Baltic Bulldogs keep it in play until there was called of a double hit.
Seen a surprising amount of that here in this first set, Tom.
Things are certainly being called tight, and we'll see which of the two teams can adjust to that the best. Served by Jenny Giles is across. It's high, kept in play, and eventually brought across by Polzine for Baltic. Back set to Brown. She hardly was there for the approach, but got the hit in. Free balled over. Jenny Giles, Schwabach back to Brown, and Brown hammers, and it goes down onto the court. So Madison 20, Baltic 23, and Baltic uses their first timeout at a 23-20 advantage. We'll take another 30 on AmazingMadison.com.
Advanced Contracting Solutions, LLC in Madison offers full concrete, roofing, insulation, and spray foam insulation for residential and light commercial projects. They make it their goal to not only use the highest quality products for their projects, but also to provide their clients with quality work that will last for years to come at an affordable price. For an estimate, contact Jeremiah today at 605-270-1299 or stop out at their location on Highway 34 in Madison. Start your next project today with Advanced Contracting Solutions, LLC of Madison. Visit them online at acsroofingandfoam.com.
And welcome back to reaching 3A semifinal action. Baltic 23, Madison 20. First set, back serving for Madison is Jessie Giles. Giles takes her serve, and the timeout worked to the advantage of Bulldogs of Baltic. It throws the server 20-24. Madison's got to get the pass off of Eberson's serve and convert back. Now struck right up to Schwabach. She sets in the middle to Brown, partially blocked, kept in play, set on the outside, and no doubt about it, as that one comes down off of McKay Pasick, and it is a Baltic win in set number one, coming out and taking care of business 25-20. Bulldogs rarely led in that first set. We had a lot of ties. We were tied 9 different times, but it took the Bulldogs of Madison quite a while to get going. Almost, Matt, not trying to put pressure, but we looked a little flat.
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing that seemed to stand out to me is it looked like the back row was really getting caught way too far up. You saw a lot of balls landing what looked, we got a pretty good angle on this side of the court, about a solid foot and a half from the back line, and Madison's letting them go. And they're just caught way too far towards the front court on that back line. Need to kind of reposition and watch their position out there a little bit to be in the right places, which it didn't appear that they were.
Right. 3 out of 5.
That's 3 out of 5 is exactly right. Teams are going to switch sides. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with set number 2 in 1 minute here on Dakota's Best, AM 1390.
At East River Federal Credit Union, we offer slam dunk rates so you can get the car, truck, or recreation vehicle of your dreams without breaking your budget.
Very
Talk
good
with one of our loan officers about financing
Better
or
be careful. You'll also be volleyball coach turmoil.
Visit eastriverfcu.com or call 256-8145 and ask us how we can save you money today. East River Federal Credit Union proudly supports the Madison Bulldogs and is member NCUA insured and equal opportunity lender.
Trust your farming operation with the locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. With their state-of-the-art facility, Farmers Ag Center offers trusted advice when it comes to fertilizer, seed, and crop protection products. Area producers can expect accurate and timely advice, including efficient delivery and application of products during all seasons. Locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. The leaders in the field, the leaders in customer service. Proud to serve area farmers and proud to support area communities.
Welcome back here to Sioux Falls Christian High School, and welcome into the Helena broadcast booth. Helena of Madison meeting the changing needs of area producers. The Madison Bulldogs trail Baltic 1-0. Baltic with a 25-20 win in the opening set. Teams have switched sides here as we get ready to go for set number 2. A reminder that the winner of this moves on to the Sweet 16. So despite, Sioux Falls Christian getting the win here earlier, that's not necessarily who the winner of this will play. In fact, likely not who the winner of this match will play. So we'll get all those Sweet 16 pairings tomorrow. Teams are on the court here and about ready to go. Officials will walk through and check, everybody, as the libero subbing in here in Jada Tiedemann for Baltic. Baltic Bulldogs really scrambled well. It seemed like there were some balls that looked like for sure they were going to end up being Madison points, and they were able to run them down. A lot of good hustle by Baltic in that first set. See if Madison can try to match that intensity here as the first serve by Naustrup is sent across. Right into the middle comes the hit from Workus, and the just fights through the block attempt by the Bulldogs that time and gets the opening point to Baltic. So quick opening lead here for the Baltic Bulldogs off the hit off the 5'8" junior. Back to serve will be Pasick now for Baltic. Hard serve is too hard. Drives past Jesse Giles. The junior lets it fly by, and Madison quickly ties it up. Nicole Brown checks out immediately as Claire Stoller will take her spot. She'll come in to serve here. We're tied at 1 in set number 2. Stoller's serve is passed up by Pasick. Set to the middle for Polzin. Polzin's hit into the net. And Madison with a 2-1 lead here. So leads were few and far between. I think 9-8 and 12-13, the only leads for Madison last set. Now they're up 2-1 here in set number 2. Strong serve by the Bulldogs, just tipped across by Polzin. Madison has a chance now to set up for Giles on the right side. Hit goes cross court. Baltic with it. Come to the left side of the net for Entringer. Entringer's hit dug out by Naustrup to the net, to the back row, I should say. Giles hits it across. Great job by Tiedemann keeping it alive. Naustrup now takes the pass back for Madison. Again for Giles from the back row. And the pass comes all the way across the net for Baltic. To the middle it goes for Olivia Rude. Soft hit to Tiedemann. Shoots set across, then right fire back by Schwabach. Saved by Tiedemann. Still alive for Polzin. Makes a hit to the middle of the court for Naustrup. Long rally. Free ball across from Rude. Pass back up for Entringer. And tipped across Polzin. Right back at her for Baltic. And there's going to be the hit. Illegal double hit that time on Madeline Workus. A very long rally. It's probably the longest that we've seen so far in this match. And Madison comes away with the point, 3-1 now as the serve comes from Claire Stoller. Goes off to the right side. Pasick will pass it up. And another violation, this time again carrying an Entringer on Baltic. So a 4-1 lead now, biggest of the match for the Madison Bulldogs as Stoller back to serve again. Nice serve. Pasick goes to her knees to fish it out. Free ball across overhand by Polzin. Pass up right to the middle of Olivia Rude and a big hit to the open court. Pass to diving McKay Pasick. And a 5-1 lead for Madison, who have come out strong here in set number 2. Back to serve again is the senior Stoller. Fires it to the right side. That might have been going out, but it's hit by Workus. And they're going to need a free ball. Here it is. Sent across to Stoller. Schwabach sets it up to Giles. Backing up is Jesse as she makes the hit. To the middle of the court it goes Polzin. No block. Back over the net by Rude. Can they get the free ball across Baltic? No, it's going to fire it across the net. It hit the netting there that hangs over the center court. And it's going to be a point for Madison and a timeout for Baltic. 6-1 Madison leading here in set number 2. We'll take a 30-second timeout on Dakota's Best, AM 1390.
The Madison Regional Health System is ranked in the top 5% of critical access hospitals in the nation. The independent ranking by Becker Hospital Review and Chartis Center for Rural Health considers the areas you care about the most, including patient outcomes, patient perspective, cost, and quality. Whether you choose us for your clinic appointment, surgery, or acute care, you can be confident that you are getting quality personal health care at Madison Regional Health System.
Well, a quick start for Madison as they lead set number 2, 6-1 after dropping that first set here in the second round of the playoffs in Class A. Claire Stoller has been back on serving for a while now, and she'll send another one across for the Madison Bulldogs, this time to the left side, passed up by Entringer. Center of the court it goes for Dosh, now hit across by Polzin, dug out by Giles. Comes back to Jesse Giles, and she'll get it through. The double block attempt there off the hands of Workus, and it goes to the court. And now a 7-1 lead for Madison. That's Claire Stoller back to serve again. Stoller to the right side. Pass across the net. Jenny Giles over to Schwabach. Sets it up in the middle. Olivia Rude just has to get a little free ball passed across as the set to her was off the mark. Hit across, just rolls across the ribbon right to Rude. She's going to knock it across. And now Baltic with a free ball again. Coming across, Jesse Giles digs it out. Schwabach sets big hit middle of this court for Rude, and there's the kill again for Olivia. And the lead at 8-1 now in set number 2. Neither team had a lead this big in the opening set. As coming in is Amber Hartman for Baltic. Stoller serving again for Madison. Passed up to Hartman. Hartman sets it up in the middle of the court for Polzine, and she'll end the run as she goes to the right side of the court with the kill. And it's a side out badly needed by Baltic. An 8-2 lead for Madison, and the libero Jada Tiedemann will head back to serve now for Baltic. Tiedemann off kind of on the right side of the court as she sends the serve off to the right side, and the Bulldogs still an opportunity for a free ball, but nice save by Jesse Giles, and they somehow get that one across. Set up and another illegal hit on Amber Hartman. That's the third on this set on Hartman. 9-2. Madison gets the side out again, and Jenny Giles back on to serve with the 9-2 lead. Here it comes. Fired across. Ooh, short pass. Nice save there by Hartman, and the hit goes wide off Carrington Entringer. Looking to go on the right side. Missed it by a foot or two, and Baltic will take another timeout. 10-2 is the Madison lead now here in set number 2. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Bulldog Volleyball on KJAM.
Stan's men's and women's apparel
Maybe there's
70th anniversary sale is in full swing. Prices are slashed on their entire stock of quality men's and women's fashions. Absolutely every item in every department will be on sale. Under Armour, Columbia, Cool, Tribal, Silver, and Champ. Stan's men's and women's apparel in Madison 70th anniversary sale now in full swing. Tell your friends, call your neighbors, and hurry to Stan's. Open Sundays 12 to 4. You be there.
Welcome back here to Sioux Falls Christian High School in the Helena broadcast booth. I'm Mac Rose along with Tom Farrell. Baltic took the opening set, but the Madison Bulldogs lead 10-2 here in set number 2 of this playoff match. Jenny Giles back on to serve for Madison. The junior waits, gets the whistle. Here comes the jump serve, and it's a nice one. Dug out by Tiedemann, and then hit across by Baltic. Now Strupp sends it up over to Rude, and Rude nearly gets the kill, but a nice save by Workus kept it alive. Played up for the Bulldogs to the right side of the court for Jesse Giles. Big hit, comes right back over. Jesse's right there, tips it as it's coming across. Knocks it in front of Hartman. And another Bulldog point, now 11-2 here in the second set. Baltic's out of timeouts. And 11-2. Giles, Jesse with another serve, clips the ribbon that time, and she's going to get an ace out of it. It was just off the fingertips of Entringer, as Tiedemann, the libero, had come in from the back row looking to dive and maybe dig that out. Hitting the ribbon just kind of propelled it back behind her. 12-2 Madison now as Jenny Giles back to serve again. Here comes Jenny's hit. Last second, Polzine tries to just shoot it up, and a free ball across by Baltic. Too far. It'll go about a foot wide of the back line, and a 13-2 lead now for Madison here, rolling in set number 2, trying to even up this match. Now for the first time, I think today, we're going to see Nikia Owens check into the game. 5'8" junior. Served by Jenny Giles. Passed up for Hartman. Hartman tries to pass off to the right side for Polzine. Polzine long hit. Saved attempt by Jesse Giles, but she's not going to be able to get over to it. And they got an illegal hit that time, but she was backing up. And side out for Baltic. But a 10-point lead here in set number 2 for Madison, 13-3. Serve's going to come from Polzine now. Polzine throws it up. Jump serve comes to Jenny Giles. Schwabach, confusion by the Bulldogs. I think Schwabach maybe thought Stoller was going to take it. Everybody backed off in the last second. Schwabach got a hand on it, could do no more. 13-4 now is another serve coming from Maddie Polzine. The right-hander sends it across to Stoller off her hands. It'll be an ace. It goes into the crowd. And again, Stoller a little hesitant to go for it that time, as Jenny Giles was also backing away from the ball.
We got to communicate on those service receptions.
Entringer will serve again. 13-5 now. Trying to get Baltic back into the set. Goes over to Jesse Giles this time. Giles to Schwabach. Comes right back to Jesse. She runs in. Gets a hard hit on it. Just dug out by Baltic. And a Ball hit across finally by Amberson. Bulldogs set for Jesse Giles. Beautiful dig by Baltic. Keeps it alive, and it'll be the libero. Tiedemann hit it across. Nearly got a kill. Kept alive by Madison. Schwabach free ball across. Tiedemann has it. Passes it up to the near side. It comes for Owens. Owens hit. Goes long. And Madison gets the point. Baltic says it was tipped, but that's not what the call is going to be. It'll be a Madison point as Nowstrup comes out. Maddie Gary checks back in, and Olivia Rude goes back to serve, leading 14-5 here in the second set. Rude, the 5'11 middle hitter, sends across the serve. It's a nice one, played up to the middle of the net. Here comes a hit by Amberson, knocked back by Giles, nearly got another block. Comes down by Gary this time. Baltic just trying to keep it alive as Gary and Giles doing a great job at the net of sending it right back to Baltic, 15-5. And Olivia Rude ready to serve yet again. Again, she goes off to the left side. Not a great pass up there. Sent across. Rude digs it out. Schwabach sets it up. Jesse Giles comes running in. Great hit. Comes back across. But it's going to be a violation on Baltic. Well, that looked like a great hit coming back by the Baltic Bulldogs that time. But it's going to be a point for Madison, 16-5. Rude sends another one across. Passed by Dosh. To the center, it comes for Amberson. Amberson blocked back over by Giles. Trying to keep it alive. Can they? No.
Net violation.
Net violation. Net violation on Baltic. 17-5 now. Madison with the huge lead here in the second set. Rude sends another good serve across. Played up to the net. Giles trying to hit it over. Who's the net violation on?
Back row attacker.
Back row attacker. There we go. Back row attacker on Baltic.
Yep.
And Olivia Rude back to serve again. 18-5 now. Rude, another good serve. It's going to be right on the line for an ace. Comes to the left side of the Baltic court for the ace. 19-5 now. As Olivia continues to serve. Comes to the left side too much this time. You know, I didn't even say that Madison hadn't had a violation yet. I was thought it, though, and that was apparently enough.
The evil thought, Matthew, the evil thought.
Carrington Entringer will come back to serve for Baltic. Here's a strong serve passed up by Jenny Giles to Schwabach at the near side for Jesse, and a big hit, but it goes to the net. She was trying to go cross court. There was a big open spot on the left side, but couldn't get it over the net. 19-7 now, the Madison lead here in the second set as Entringer back to serve for Baltic. Here it comes to the left side for Nowstrup. Schwabach passes over to the right side for Giles, and Giles hit way off the mark this time. She just misfired. And it's 19-8 now. Entringer to serve again here for Baltic. The right-hander sends a driving serve to Giles. Played off her hand. Schwabach comes over, tries to keep it alive. Nowstrup will get a nice free ball passed across to Tiedemann. Tiedemann at the front of the net. Here comes the pass. Goes across the net and a little shoot set. I don't know that was the intent, but it worked. As Schwabach couldn't get over to it, and a timeout taken by Madison. 19-9 now is the Madison lead. We'll take a 30-second timeout. This is Bulldog Volleyball on AM 1390.
Think about all the things that go into a home: work, time, and of course money. The last thing a person should worry about is electrical problems with their home. Trust the licensed, insured, and guaranteed service at Bob's Electric in Madison and Canova for all of your new or existing service upgrades, lighting, fixtures, and ceiling fans, farm, residential, and commercial service. 24-hour emergency service only at Bob's Electric. Call 1-800-475-3006 and talk to your friends at Bob's Electric. Bob's Electric, where friendly, dependable service is an assurance.
Back with you from the Helena broadcast booth. Helena Madison People Products Knowledge. Madison leads 19-9 over Baltic here in set number 2. Baltic took the first set, and Baltic, though, rallying here in set number 2. So here comes to Jenny Giles. Schwabach sets over for Jesse. Gets a big hit, tipped to the net, kept alive by Baltic, and a free ball comes across. Nowstrup passes up for Schwabach. Right back over to Jesse again. Another good hit, another good dig by Baltic. To the near side, hit comes from Polzine, and Polzine puts it in. And
net
violation. Net violation on Polzine. And Madison gets the side out 20-9 and breaks the Baltic run. Back to serve Shania Schwabach as Nicole Brown is checked in for Madison. 20-9. Here comes a nice short serve, dug out neatly by Tiedemann. To the near side comes a hit into the hands of Pazik and blocked back at her. And a point from the Madison Bulldogs, 21-9.
Nice job by Nicole Brown at the net, blocking aggressively. Straight up and hands brought it down onto the Baltic side.
Coming back in now is Madison Van Wy for Baltic, as it's going to be Schwabach back to serve again for Madison, up 21-9. Schwabach sends it across. Nice dig out again. Tiedemann back set over for Aberson. Aberson got it over. Jenny Giles kept it alive. So does Jesse. Now hit across by Gary. Ooh, and a miss hit as it came to Van Wy, fresh into the contest, and she mishits. And 22-9. And Schwabach back to serve again for Madison, trying to even this match up at a set apiece. Few points away from doing just that. Here comes the Schwabach serve to Tiedemann. And near the front of that, tipped across. Brown gets a hand on it, sends it back over to Baltic. Near side hit comes cross court, dug out Jenny Giles to the middle. It comes for Brown. Brown tipped it through the double block attempt. And gets the point for Madison, 23-9. Not a hard hit that time by Brown, but he got the job done. As Schwabach spins it, tosses it, and hits it across. Shoots it across in the second hit by Polzine. Back comes for the Bulldogs. Shoots it across by Jesse Giles. And another free ball sent over by Baltic. Schwabach to the right side for Giles. Big hit. Good dig, Tiedemann. Back set comes to the right side for Aberson. Dug out by the Bulldogs. Comes for Brown, and Brown missed on the hit. And a side out to Baltic, 23-10.
Timing error, maybe a little time off, causes some of those things to occur.
23-10 is the Madison's lead here as Aberson serves for Baltic. And hit across, second hit, just dumped across by Madeline Workus. And she'll get the point, 23-11 now. Baltic with the serve, but a big deficit to overcome. Aberson, the 5'9" senior middle hitter, back to serve. Sends it across. Confusion. Jenny Giles jumps in front of Naustrup, and the ball goes off her hands and out of play in 23-12.
From a momentum perspective, Matt, the Bulldogs need to shut this one off and get the points and get out of it.
Yeah, I mean, it seems likely they'll get the set win, but you want to carry momentum into that third in the process. Here comes a hit. Jenny Giles, pass up for Schwabach, back set for Brown. Big hit. Is it on the line? No! They say wide. Wide, they say. 23-13, timeout Madison here in set number 2. Madison trying to finish off this second set. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Dakota's Best, AM 1390.
The importance of insurance is to protect obligations in your life. Cundert Williams is the oldest independent insurance agency in Madison. Cundert Williams will protect your tomorrows with the company that offers the best coverage at the best price. Call Cundert Williams today for free, no-obligation price quotes and multi-policy discounts. Service is our claim to fame.
Stop in at Cundert Williams Insurance at 122 West Center Street in Madison.
Well, back for more playoff volleyball here on Dakota's Best, AM 1390 KJAM. Madison Bulldogs lead the second set, 23-13. But looking for a way to finish off Baltic here. As Aberson back to serve for Baltic. And serve off the right side. Brown ducked down, and Giles Jesse let it go by. And it just lands wide. And 24-13, and the Bulldogs just a point away now from evening this match at a set apiece. They'll send Jesse Giles back to serve. Giles, strong serve, hit the net, came back. And a service error by the Bulldogs, 24-14 as Baltic gets it back, and Shelby Dosh serves now. Naustrup takes the serve, passes up Schwabach for Brown. Brown hit was tipped, goes in the air, and to the near side now, Polzine. Polzine has it tipped. Jenny Giles keeps it alive. Jesse comes in, shoots it across. They're going to whistle her for an illegal hit. And 24-15. Well, Shelby Dosh has her work cut out for her, but just trying to keep it going as long as she can here. 24-15, here comes a serve to Schwabach, to Gary now. Gary is going to get the kill, and that'll finish it off. here in set number 2. The Bulldogs jump out to a huge lead in this one, and in the end are able to persevere, winning 25-15. Got out to an enormous lead and then just kind of played back and forth there towards the end, but it was good to see Madison respond after that first set.
Tell you, Matt, it was real, like you said, good to see them respond, and they came out and really played aggressive volleyball. Both teams hitting the ball extremely hard and covering the court well and keeping the ball in play. Probably some of the longest rallies we've seen all year.
Yeah, there were a couple in there that were extensive rallies, to say the least. Madison, though, in the end, gets what they needed, and that was the tie here of this match. They have evened it up at 1 set apiece, and we have set number 3 coming up next. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, be back with that third set here on your home for the Bulldogs, Dakota's Best, AM 1390.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call GSN Insurance in Madison today, 556-0242.
Gain an immediate career advantage through more than 40 majors enhanced with technology. Dakota State University in Madison offers South Dakota's only degrees in several computing-related disciplines, along with tech-infused programs in education, business, communication, health, math, and science. Dakota State students benefit from small classes and individual attention from faculty members who have applied experience. Need to know more? Browse dsu.edu or call 888 DSU 9988.
Welcome back here to Dakota's Best, AM 1390 KJAM, as we await the start of our third set. Baltic took the opening set of this one, 25-20. Madison takes the second set, 25-15. It's the second match of the evening here at Sioux Falls Christian. The Chargers beat Del Rapids in the opening set or the opening match, I should say, to move on to the Sweet 16. And one of these two Bulldog teams will join them. I'm Matt Gross, Tom Farrell with me in the Helena broadcast booth as we're getting ready to start set number 3 and see if Madison can try to keep some of that momentum rolling that they built up in that second set, Tom.
And I think, Baltic is staying the full term in the huddle, certainly trying to hope that that will reverse some of that momentum that Madison came out with. Volleyball is certainly a sport of momentum, and we saw that as the way Madison was able to come out and compete and play in the second set. So we'll have to see. Remember, Baltic won that first set 25-20, and Madison came out strong in the second set. The Libros have reported in on the Madison team. Libro going in now, Jada Tiedemann for the Baltic Bulldogs, and back with the first serve for Baltic is Maddie Polzin. We're tied 1 set apiece. Must win 3 out of 5. Here's Polzin's first serve, brought up nicely by Giles. Set. Rude in the middle, partially blocked by Baltic. Back set to the outside, Rude with the block again. Baltic covers well. They try to the other side, and Brown is there with the solo block to bring it down. And that is the first time tonight that Madison has gotten a lead off of the first point. Both of those first 2 sets, Baltic got points, and Madison picks up that first one. That brings off the bench for Madison Claire Stoller, the senior, with the serve. It comes across, passed up, back to the middle, and free balled across in there by Polzin. Up to Scheibach. She sets out of the backcourt to Giles. Just a soft little shoot set on the right side, blocked by Rude. Was the hit by Polzin, but it goes out of bounds off of the block. So in set number 2, the lead was short-lived. We're tied at 1 apiece. Baltic with the serve, brought up. Schwebach sets into the middle for Rude. She looks and sees right to that left side out of the middle, takes it away from her and down onto the Baltic court. So 2-1, Madison advantage, tied 1 set apiece. And back serving for Madison is Jenny Giles. The right-hander delivers it across, passed up by Tiedemann, set on the outside, and what a hit by Pasick, and ducking out of the way in the backcourt were the Bulldogs, and they pick up the point as that just goes long, 3-1, or no, they're saying that was in now. Okay. Originally, the flag went up as being out, and now they're saying that it was in, so we're tied at 2 apiece. Okay. Next serve across by Aberson. Ball brought up, set by Schwebach to Jesse Giles, and she hits it into the net. So that is a 3-2 Baltic lead. First time since the first set that Baltic has led. And back serving is Rachel Aberson, the senior. That one goes long. Flag goes up, and flag stays up on there. So that gives Madison the point, 4-3. And back serving is Olivia Rude. Rude, the junior middle hitter, approaches. Nice serve, brought up by Tiedemann. Set to the middle. Blocked by the Bulldogs. Up there was Schwebach and Maddie Gary, but it comes down onto Madison's side. And that is a 4-3 lead now for Baltic. Ball comes over, and another touch on that service reception. So Baltic taking pretty much control in this third set, up 5-3. Next serve comes across in there from Dosh, and Bulldogs quick shoot set it out, and almost a 180-degree turn both in momentum and, again, quality of play. Served by Dosh up to Schwebach, and she just taps it over. Set on the outside, we're have a double hit called on Baltic. And so it's 4 for Madison, 6 for Baltic. And back serving is Schwebach. That brings Stoller to the bench. And in is Nicole Brown. And also coming in now for Baltic is Amber Hartman, the freshman. Back serving is Schwebach. She's a junior setter. Approaches, serve is in. Brought up nicely by Baltic. Set on the outside for Polzin. Up by Naustrup. Set on the outside to Giles, and blocked at the net was Workus and Pasick, but they block it out of bounds. And so Madison down with only 1 point, 5-6 they trail. And back serving is Shania Schwebach for another turn. This serve is across, good. Tiedemann passes it up. Set to the middle, taken across by Workus. Schwebach sets on the outside for Jesse Giles, deep into the backcourt. Pass up and a free ball across. And can't believe, I'm going to say something I shouldn't, but I can't believe that was not a double hit based on the other hits that are being called. 5-7, Baltic Bulldog lead. Set in there, taken to the outside. Jesse Giles hammers it up into the bleacher, or up into the beams. Ball up, tapped, and over by Jesse Giles. Ball up, taken to the middle. What a shot in there by Maddie Polzin. And Baltic up now 8-5. With that, Coach Cradaville takes a timeout. We'll take 30 on Dakota's best.
Have you ever lost sleep over your real estate property investment? Ever wondered if you owed more money at closing time? Hi, I'm Kelly with Weber Abstract. As a consumer, you have a choice where you close your mortgage, and we have appreciated that choice for the last 60 years. If you are buying a home or refinancing, think of Weber Abstract, serving all of Lake County. Weber Abstract in Madison, 256-4640. Or visit us at weberabstract.com. Why go anywhere else?
And welcome back on KJAM 1390 out of Madison. We're also coming to you on the World Wide Web at amazingmadison.com. Tom Farrell, Matt Gross, we're in the third set, tied 1 set apiece, and Baltic is leading this third set by an 8-5 score. Pasick serve brought up. Schwebach sets on the backside to Brown, and she hits it into the ribbon. And so another Baltic point following the timeout. As we said, almost a complete reversal. Baltic coming out after that first set. Serve into the net by Pasick gives the Bulldogs a chance to hopefully regain some momentum behind the serving of junior Jesse Giles. Jesse's serve comes, just clears the net, pulls in, or Tiedemann keeps it in play. Back set to Brown, and she sets it deep into the backcourt. Free ball, shoot set across in there by Wirkus into Gary. She takes it across, and we're going to now call a double hit on one of the sets there, so that'll be a 7-9 Bulldog Madison advance. Down 9-7. Serve. Ball taken across. Into the middle. Brought up nicely by Naustrup. Deep shoot set by Schwabach. Set. Into the middle. Polzin, but Naustrup was right there. Schwabach on the outside. Set to Jenny Giles. Back. Polzin scrapes it across, but Brown is right there. Set and deep shoot set across by Schwabach, and trying to keep it in play was Tiedemann, but she takes it into the bleachers. So 9 for Baltic, 8 for Madison. We're tied 1 set apiece, and Jesse Giles back to serve. Ball taken across. Tiedemann brings it up. They set on the outside, and that one goes out of bounds. Jesse Giles right on the line. We're tied the second time in this match. We were tied at 1, and Madison has rallied back to tie at 9 apiece, and Jesse Giles with the serve. Tiedemann brings it up. Set in there by Hartman. Back onto the Bulldog side. Deep shoot set to the corner by Schwabach. Set into the middle for Polzin, and nobody back, just as you talked about, Matt, in that first set. The Bulldogs are all hovering up towards that front court, and that was wide open for Polzin to give Baltic the lead 10-9, and it's Jada Tiedemann back to serve. Tiedemann served, passed up. Schwabach free-balled over by Brown deep into the Baltic court. Back set in there. Dosh brings it, or Entringer brings it across. Back set to Brown, and she mishits into the net, and that's a Baltic point, 9-11. Tiedemann back to serve for Baltic. Ball passed up. Set in the middle to Brown, and she hammers that one with the left hand.
The lefty, yeah.
Maybe she's got to start hitting with that left hand. 10-11, Baltic lead.
She's got a nice smile on her face there, too. She knows that's not what you're usually going to see.
All right, back to serve is Naustrup. Ball up for Baltic. Back set on the right side to Polzin, and it goes out of bounds, but it was touched by Jenny Giles as it goes out of bounds, one of those mental errors. And so it's a 10-12 Baltic advantage. Maddie Polzin out of the front row. She's been their big hitter up front, so she's in the back. We'll see if the Bulldogs can take some advantage with Rude back in up front. Brown with the set. And again, confusion between Brown and Schwabach as to who is going to get that. Technically, that should be Schwabach's ball, and Brown should be out of the way. So 13-10, Baltic lead. Next serve by Polzin is up. Schwabach just taps it over the block that was getting set. Ball brought in. Laustrup saves it. Free ball across in there by Jesse Giles. Baltic sets to the left side. Blocked partially. Brown brings it up. Schwabach sets into the middle for Rude, and Rude takes it over the double block, and the ball was down. They're saying that the ball was down. The Baltic fans, the Baltic bench, not happy with that at all, but that's the call, and that's what it'll be. It's an 11-13 Baltic advantage, and back serving is going to be Stoller. Baltic fans on their feet, trying to cheer their team on. Into the middle, and the ball hits the top of the ribbon on the end Entringer hit. Madison back to within 1. 12-13. It's a Baltic lead, and Stoller at the service line. This one floats across nicely. Ball tipped and kept in play in there by Aberson, but it goes down on Baltic side, and we're tied at 13, and Baltic takes their first time out of this third set. We'll also take 30 on KJAM.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in seed technology, as well as plant protection and nutrition. Wilbur Ellis, located in Chester, South Dakota, providing ads, grow, and account brands, various field applications, and local plot data, can provide you with expert advice for your acres. Grow smart and reduce loss. Let Wilbur Ellis address your challenges. Contact your Wilbur Ellis representative at 489-2171. At Wilbur Ellis, they never stop looking ahead.
And you're listening to Region 3A semifinal volleyball with the winner going on to the Sweet 16 on Thursday. We are in set number 3, tied 1 set apiece, tied in this third set, 13. Each team has used 1 timeout, and Claire Stoller back with the serve for Madison. The floating serve brought up, taken into Baltic, and again, Naustrup was up front, had to run hard towards the back, so the momentum of the timeout by Baltic switches to the Baltic side, and Carrington Entringer back with the serve. Ball up, Schwabach sets in the middle for Rude, quickly brought back on the Madison side. Naustrup and Jenny Giles just clears under the net, set into the middle, blocked nicely in there by Rude. They try the outside, and this one goes down. And again, Madison has got to know on those outside hits that they're coming down the straight on them, and we've got to start to cover that. So Madison back down by 2 following the Baltic timeout, and Entringer at the service line. Naustrup brings it up. Schwabach passes it up. Giles doesn't hit the top of the net as it hits the ribbon. So Baltic back up by 3, 13-16, and a whole different look on the Bulldog team right now from that second set. Naustrup brings it up. Stoller, quick shoot set across by Rude, deep into the backcourt for Baltic. Shoot set across. Naustrup brings it up. Free balled across on a pass by Schwabach. Set to the outside, and blocked by Rude was the hit in there by Pasek, and that will be a Madison point. 14-16. Back serving will be Jenny Giles. Madison's got to make a stand here. They can't let Baltic get too far ahead in this third set. Jenny's first serve comes across, handled by the Baltic, and brought right back over, played it off the net, which is legal, and Rude brings it over. Quick set to the middle, blocked in the middle again by Rude, and Jesse Giles, it hits the middle net, comes down, and that'll be a Bulldog point. You know, Matt, as Joyce and I walked into the gym, we said, what a difference in Madison. That's 27 feet up. Yes. Here we're less than 23 feet.
Back in the old middle school gym.
Yes. Okay, back with the serve for Madison, brought up by Naustrup, set by Schwabach, and through the double block was Rude. Baltic tries to hit it in. That was Polzine, and Madison ties the score back up at 16. We were tied at 13. Jenny Giles with her next serve, brought up by Tiedemann, set on the outside. And no doubt about this one is that was Pasek bringing it right down along the line. Something, again, Coach Cradaville had talked about. They're going to have to stop those outside hitters. They've got to get the block up there, or we've got to get our libero back to keep it in play. 16-17, floating serve. Jesse Giles with the pass. Schwabach and free balled across in there by Naustrup. Back set, taken over by Dosh into the middle for Rude, but up to block it right back in her face was Pasek, and just like that, Baltic has regained a 2-point advantage, and continues with the serve. Ball comes across, up. Schwabach sets on the backside to Rude. She just taps it over. Baltic sets. Pasek takes it across. Set to Giles. She tries to keep it in play and does. Ball over. Naustrup now. into Rude, partially blocked at the net. That was Workus that got a piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. So Madison back within one. 17-18. Olivia Rude moves to the backcourt and will be in for the serve for Madison. First serve goes into the net. 17-19, Baltic advantage. The first service error for the Bulldogs of Madison in this third set. Served by Dosh, set on the outside to Jesse Giles, blocked at the net, taken across in there by Pasick. Kept alive by Schwabach. Pasick gets a piece of it. Back into the middle for Pasick. Blocked in there by Gary and Giles, but too much speed on that. Put in play by McKay Pasick. And Baltic now up by 3, 20-17. Coach Jill Cradaville takes her final timeout. We'll also take another 30.
Planning to use a credit card to cover your upcoming holiday travel expenses or help manage that Christmas shopping list? Why not let the dollars you spend reward you? Twice. Apply for a Dakota Land Federal Credit Union low-interest Visa card today and earn double the reward points for all purchases made between November 1st and the end of the year. The holidays could be twice as nice, earning double the reward points to spend on valuable merchandise and travel. Offer good through the end of December. Some restrictions to apply. Visit DakotaLandFCU.com for details.
We are in set number 3 of Region 3A semifinal volleyball, with the winner advancing next Thursday to the Sweet 16, tied 1 apiece. But in this third set, Baltic enjoying a 20-17 lead. Serve across by Dosh, set on the outside for Jesse Giles, and the double block set at the net in there. And just nothing that could happen. It was Workus and Polzine up at the top. And so Baltic up 21-17. Next serve across. Jesse Giles just shoots sets across. Baltic runs their offense. They got Polzine on the right side. We try to get a piece of the block with Schwabach and Jesse Giles. And Baltic 3 points away from taking a lead. And they put Rude back in, and they're taking her back out with the libero position and bringing in Brittany Whitmer. Guess where the serve is going to come? Brought up nicely by Jenny Giles to Jesse. Takes it through the double block, but Baltic plays it on a pass. Whitmer alertly listens to the teammates and lets it go out of bounds. So an 18-22 advantage. Brown comes in for Madison. Stoller takes a seat. Also in for Baltic now is Amber Hartman, and Schwabach back to serve. Schwabach's serve is in. Nobody there to play the pass up by Tiedemann. A little mental error by Baltic. So Madison closes that gap to 3, trailing 22-19. And it's Shania Schwabach continuing at the service line. Her next serve is across. Tiedemann brings it up. This time they set it on the outside for Polzine. Bulldogs have the ball set. Taken across by the Bulldogs. Giles. Baltic sets are going to Polzine. Partially blocked by Brown. Quick shoot set across by Schwabach. Set into the middle. Tapped over in there by Pasick. Set to Jesse Giles, goes deep off of the Baltic players in the back row. So 20-22. Remember last year, the third set went 31-29.
Don't say that.
We have to win by 2, so back serving is Shania Schwabach. Her serve is good, brought up by Tiedemann. Sets on the outside for Polzine. Dug out nicely in there by Jenny Giles. Kept in play. This time, nobody back again to play defense. So it's a 23-20 advantage for Baltic. Baltic 2 points away from taking a 2-1 set lead. Pasick now in the backcourt for the Baltic Bulldogs with the serve. Set on the outside. That's Jesse Giles. It goes just in, and that will be 23 for Baltic, 21 for Madison. Jesse Giles now in the back row, back court, serving. Tiedemann primarily is a receiver on this, but it comes to the far side, brought up by Dosh. And we're going to have an illegal hit called on the set. So that will be a 22-23 score. Remember, you have to win by 2. Giles has to get this serve in. She does. It's across. And passed up to the net, and trying to play it there was Hartman. So we're tied at 23-23. Baltic uses their second timeout, so we'll take another 30 on KJAM.
Come on into the sunshine.
Sunshine has everything you need to host game night. From burgers to brats and great deli items like potato salad, coleslaw, and chicken, as well as take and bake pizza, Sunshine Foods has you covered. Need to stock up on beverages? Check out the wine and spirits department at Sunshine Foods. Sunshine Foods in Madison, your one-stop shop for game night.
Neighborhood fresh, neighborhood feel, Sunshine Foods.
Welcome back to semifinal action, Region 3A. We're tied at 23-23 in set 3. Each team has won one set, and Jenny Giles has an opportunity here from the service line. She bounces the ball, takes her approach, delivers it deep. Tiedemann is going to be called for the illegal hit as the pass went from one arm to the other, double contact. 24 Madison, 23 Baltic. Giles first off has to get this serve in, and then Madison's got to be ready to play it. Tiedemann brings it up, serve is good, set over, and nobody from Madison moved in to even try to play the ball. So we are in overtime.
There were about 50 things I thought could happen on that particular play. That wasn't what I expected. 24-24, here comes Tiedemann.
Serve is across. We got an illegal alignment, I think, is what we have. But there's a conference going on between the second referee and the scorekeeper. It's a replay because there was no violation. Good job, good call by the officials. Certainly, in this case, it'll be a replay. So back serving is Tiedemann. Ball passed up by Jenny Giles into the net. Nice job by Schwabach. Saved by Brown as she sweeps the ball back down off of the tremendous job by Shania Schwabach. Did what she needed to do, squared up to the ball, put it up, and gave another play for the Bulldogs. 25-24, Madison lead. Valerie Naustrup, the senior at the service line, brings it across. Ball passed up, hit hard, partially blocked, and back onto the Baltic side. Naustrup, Schwabach, Brown, and she mishits again into the net. So we're tied at 25-25. Have to win by 2. Coach Cradaville trying to encourage particularly Brown following that one. So Baltic with the serve. Comes across, passed up, Schwabach going this time to Rude in the middle, just over the double block and nobody behind her. Them to cover on the double block, so it's 26-25. Brown comes out, not looking real happy with herself, but in to serve now is Stoller, and the Bulldogs up by 1. Stoller's serve is in, 26-25. Taken on the outside, blocked. Schwabach sets into the middle, hit across by Jesse Giles. Set deep into the backcourt, and it goes out of bounds on the Baltic hit. Madison alertly lets it go out, and Madison barely escapes with a come-behind victory in set number 3, 27-25, and hold a 2-1 advantage in this Region 3A semifinal.
That's called battling right there, isn't it? I mean, they battled through their own problems. They battled through some great, digs. There were some, through 3 sets. This Baltic team, there are points that I think, there's not a chance they're going to pull that out, and they somehow managed to dig it out and get a free ball or something to set back across, and Madison just kept battling with it that time, battling. Players coming in. Brittany Whitmer comes in for just a couple of points, makes an alert heads-up play to help Madison get a point at a very key stretch when they were down there late. So, yeah, just kept battling with it, and you got to be pretty impressed. And now hopefully for Madison, you can get the little momentum going here, get off to a good start in set number 4 like they did in set number 2.
Very definitely, but you can see why these were the number 2 and number 3 seeded teams, and there were hundreds of points, Matt, that separated them. And, I think that speaks highly of the way the seeding, at least in Region 3A, has worked out.
Yeah, they got it right in this one. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. Madison leads now 2-1, and set number 4 is coming up next here in 1 minute on your home for the Bulldogs, Dakota's Best, AM 1390 and AmazingMadison.com.
Twin Lakes Animal Clinic, DMAC.
Take special care of your animals with Twin Lakes Animal Clinic in Madison and the Howard Animal Clinic with Doctors Tom, Dave, Brooke, and Jennifer. They're on hand with help all the on animal care. For your vacation, rely on Twin Lakes for boarding facilities. Call for details. From house pets to complete livestock herds, Twin Lakes in Madison and the Howard Animal Clinic are stocked with both small and large animal supplies. Call Twin Lakes Animal Clinic for helpful hints on your animal care.
Mustang Seeds, your proven leader with proven performance for over 53 years. Providing top-notch service that area producers have come to expect, Mustang Seeds provides the service and products to maximize yields and quality harvests. Mustang Seeds is the best choice for having your farming operation succeed. Contact your seed expert today at Mustang Seeds, 605-256-6529, or online at mustangseeds.com.
You can count on seeds year after year, planting your future. Mustang Seeds.
Welcome back to Dakota's Best, AM 1390 KJAM in the Helena broadcast booth. Helena Madison people, products knowledge. Madison up 2-1. Baltic took that first set 25-20. Madison rolled in the second 25-15. Baltic had a lead late there in that third set, but Madison comes away with the 27-25 win in set number 3. And now an opportunity to put away Baltic here and move on into the first ever South Dakota Sweet 16 for Class A volleyball. I'm Matt Gross. Alongside me, Tom Farrell here. We're coming to you live on AM 1390 and online with a video stream at AmazingMadison.com this evening. As the officials look things over, and officials have been a topic of conversation for both coaches here, and maybe both radio guys at times. But you got to battle through everything if you're out there on the court and come to play, and both teams have done that here tonight as the Libros are in for both squads, and we're ready to go.
Something you got to adjust to, Matt, on the court is how it's going to be called, and everything is different.
Speaking of Libros, Val Naustrup will start things off. Oh, and a miss hit by Mandy Polzin, and an illegal hit by Polzin to start things off here in set number 4. So it's a 1-0 lead for Madison now. As Naustrup back on to serve again. Sends a short serve, and a nice job by Tiedemann digging it out high up into the air. Here comes a hit, tipped to the net, set back by Rude. Oh, that was going to go out of bounds, I think, off Madison, but it's saved by the Bulldogs. Now it comes back over from Baltic to Madison. Jenny Giles sends it across. Passed up front for Dosh. Big hit comes into the back line, and it's in. And a nice hit by Polzin. And we're tied at 1 here in set number 4. That'll bring Polzin back to serve now. Waiting to get that ball in. They found one over the scorer's table, and they send it in.
Polzin had 360 kills during the regular season.
He's put up some big hits here today. You can see why. 1-1. Here comes her serve. Jenny Giles with it. Up to Jesse Giles and Schwabach. A free ball sent across to Tiedemann. Set up by Polzin to the near side of the net. Amberson sends it across. Bulldog shoot set by Schwabach on the second hit. Back over for Amberson at the front of the net. Hit back by Rude. Now it's bounced back, and Rude tried to keep it alive, but did she?
It's a back row blocker.
Black row blocker that time. And so point goes to Baltic, and Madison 2-1. I was trying not to say Bulldogs there, and I ended up saying the wrong team.
It's hard with two Bulldogs.
It is. It just ruins everything. Stoller goes back to serve. 2-1 and a short serve into the net. And quickly evens up at 2-2 here. So Maddie Carrington entering her, goes back to serve for Baltic. Entering her sends a hard serve to Naustrup. Comes near the net. Schwebach just dumps it across. Set up to the middle for entering her, Barbara Aberson, and the hit goes wide. She was looking to go off the left side. And it's 3-2 Madison now. As back to serve will be Jenny Giles. Jenny Giles, the junior, leading 3-2 here in the fourth set. Sends the serve across. Passed up and nearly tipped across. Now shoots it across by Pazik. Saved by Jenny. Arud bumps it up for Jesse Giles. And Giles tried to just tap it over the net, and Jesse didn't get enough on it. Into the net, and a side out for Baltic. Evens things up at 3 again.
Big difference between this set and set 2. Bulldogs were hitting hard in that second set.
They've come off that attack a little bit. Aberson serves. Naustrup pass to Schwebach. Shoots it over for Jesse. Here comes a big hit. Hit off the block and out of bounds. And point to the Madison Bulldogs, 4-3. There was a strong hit that time just when you called them up. And it will be Olivia Rude back on the serve now for Madison. Rude sends it off to the right side. Passed up and to the middle of the net for for Pazik. Bulldogs send it across. Nice dig entering her. Nearly sent it over herself. Polzine, big hit from the left side, but it goes long. And it's 5-3 now, Madison. And Olivia Rude to serve again. Again, she goes off to the right side and off the hands of Shelby Dosh, who she's going right after twice in a row. And an ace for Olivia Rude, and the lead to 3 now, biggest of the set for the Madison Bulldogs. Rude again to serve. See if she goes at Dosh again. She does. Dosh is there. Passes it up over the net. Big hit from Jesse Giles and a great dig by Baltic. And it goes over and wide at the antenna and out of bounds. And a point for Madison. And it's timeout taken by Baltic. 7-3 here. Madison Bulldogs lead in set number 4. Madison's up 2-1, and we're back in 30 seconds after this timeout on AM 1390.
Heartland Consumers Power District would like to congratulate the Madison football team on an outstanding season and wish you the best of luck in the postseason. Your accomplishments reflect teamwork, talent, dedication, and the power of forward thinking. Heartland is proud to call Madison home and deliver reliable, affordable energy and services to the city. We are always looking to the future to ensure we are a trusted partner in the community and leader in our industry. That's our promise and the power of forward thinking. Good luck, Bulldogs.
Welcome back. We're in the fourth set here of this playoff volleyball match between Madison and Baltic. Madison leads 2-1. Madison up 7-3 here in the fourth set as Rude sends a nice serve across. Nice dive by entering her to keep it alive. Shoots it across. No 4 hits on Baltic. And Madison with the point, 8-3. Olivia Rude back on to serve again. Been a nice run at the line for Olivia here. Gets another one across. Passed up by Pazik. Nobody home. Pazik hit it almost straight into the air. And entering her along with Tiedemann, the libero, let it fall between them. 9-3 now Madison. Rude on to serve again. Sends it straight back. Oh, miss hit that time by Pazik. And suddenly the Baltic Bulldogs struggling with the serve here from Olivia Rude. And it doesn't look like she's particularly serving outstanding. She's getting across, putting a little pressure on them. And they haven't been able to respond. Here comes another one over to Pazik. Passes over to Tiedemann, and it shoots that across. Jenny Giles to Schwebach. Sends it over to Jesse Giles. Big hit just through the block. The block of Shelby Dosh. And it's another point for Madison, 11-3. Rude serves across. Ooh, off the hands of Pazik. Baltics needs a free ball. They send it over. Rude right there. Bumps it up for Schwebach. That's over Jesse Giles. It was way too wide on the set. And Giles nearly hit herself into the net that time. Had to avoid decapitation at the last moment. Pulled back, and it's 11-4 Baltic. Dosh is back to serve now. The left-hander sends one across. Jenny Giles. Passes up for Schwabach. Back over to Jesse on the far side, and she hit it long. And 11-5 now. Dosh, one of the freshmen that gets playing time here for Baltic, sends another serve to Jenny Giles. Schwabach goes back to Jesse on the far side. Here comes a big hit. Blocked back. Jesse goes to the knees, keeps it alive. Naustrup shoots set across over by Schwabach. And a shoot set on the second hit. It's dumped over. Naustrup with it. Schwabach sets to Jesse, and she gets it through the block that time off the hands of McKay Pazik and down for the point. And Nicole Brown will come in now as Stoller is out for Madison, and Schwabach back on to serve for the Bulldogs. They lead 12-5 here in this fourth set. Schwabach sends it over. Ehrentringer sends it up and passed over to the left side. The big hit by Polzin goes long, and 13-5 now Madison. Schwabach to serve again here for the Madison Bulldogs, trying to move on to the Sweet 16 round if they can take this fourth set. They lead it 13-5. Schwabach throws it up, serves short and into the net, and a service error on Madison gives Baltic a break. As Pazik now will go back to serve for the Baltic Bulldogs. They trail 13-6. Strong serve. Jesse Giles sets it up. Back set. Schwabach looking for Brown. Big hit comes cross court, and she's going to get the point out of it. That was a great play by Madison. Everybody, the whole momentum of Baltic switching over to the left side of their court, following the ball that time, and Brown sent it back the opposite direction and gets the point, 14-6. Jesse Giles back to serve now. Giles sends it off. Tiedemann passes it up. Set up to the middle for Polzin. A nice hit to the back row. Nobody home for Madison. And it's 14-7 now. Out comes Workus. In comes Aberson. And Tiedemann is back to serve for Baltic here. Trailing by 7. Madison's got him doubled up here in the fourth set. Tiedemann with the serve. Goes off left side and out, and a service error on Baltic. 15-7 now. Olivia Rude checks back in. Maddie Gary will take a seat. And the libero, Naustrup, back to serve for Madison. Nice serve by Naustrup. And Baltic scrambles. Free ball comes across. Naustrup will pass it up to Schwabach. Sets it over for Olivia Rude. Big hit, and they say out. Oh! Olivia Rude just out on the back line. And it's going to be 15-8. And Maddie Polzin back to serve here for Baltic. So they got a big hit from the outside. She throws it up and hits a big serve. Giles just keeps it alive nicely for Schwabach. Rude comes with a hit. This one, no doubter, is long. And it's 15-9 now. Polzin trying to bring Baltic back here in this fourth set. From the service line. Another hard one to Jesse Giles. Off her hands over to Naustrup. And shoots it across by Olivia Rude. Oh, she placed it perfectly, though. And found an empty spot right in the middle of the court. And dropped it in for a point. 16-9. And now Stoller back on to serve. Brown comes out for the Bulldogs. Stoller with the serve. Nice serve, dropping down to Aeneas Pazik. She gets it, shoots it across by Baltic. Now strip over to Schwabach. Near side comes to Jenny Giles, just punches it across. Dumped up and blocked down by Olivia Rude, and Amerson was trying to get it across, and Rude was there to block it back, and eventually a hit later gets the point for Madison. 17-9 now. Madison trying to pull away here in this match. Stoller to serve again for the Bulldogs. Who kind of off her hands off the left side. Ends up being a very nice serve. Back set for Entringer. Entringer cross-court hit beautifully right out in front of an outstretched Stoller. And the side out for Baltic now. Entringer will go back to serve. 17-10. Madison's kind of had this 7-point lead here for a while now as the teams go back and forth. Entringer to serve. Right-handed hit wide, well wide on the right side. And 18-10 now, and not a lot of room for error for Baltic. They're going to take their final timeout here in the fourth set. 18-10, Madison with the lead. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Bulldog Volleyball on KJAM.
Advanced Contracting Solutions LLC in Madison offers full concrete, roofing, insulation, and spray foam insulation for residential and light commercial projects. They make it their goal to not only use the highest quality products for their projects, but also to provide their clients with quality work that will last for years to come at an affordable price. For an estimate, contact Jared Lyon today at 605-270-1299 or stop out at their location on Highway 34 in Madison. Start your next project today with Advanced Contracting Solutions LLC of Madison. Visit them online at acsroofingandfoam.com.
Madison leading in the fourth set here on Dakota's Best, 18-10. Bulldogs of Madison are up 2-1, trying to finish it off. Baltic has used their final timeout of the set. Jenny Giles sends the serve across. Pass up high in the air, backs at Polzine. Over for Aberson, block back Jesse Giles. And Polzine shoots that across. Naustrup is there. Schwabach just tipped it over the net. Polzine sets up near side, big hit by Pazek, and the Bulldogs got the block.
Olivia
Rude, go figure, with the block, and it's now 19-10.
Good job of keeping the arms stiff on that block by Rude.
Jenny Giles back to serve again. She led the team in serving percentage this season. She sends a good one across to Tiedemann. Back set for Aberson, and the hit goes across the ribbon and falls on the Baltic side. And a 20-10 lead now for Madison here. Jenny Giles to serve again. Giles tosses it up and off the hands of Pazek, kept alive, hit the net, blocked hard with authority, back down by Olivia Rude. Down on top of Shelby Dosh, and 21-10, Madison rolling now, just trying to put it away here in this fourth set. Baltic took the first set, Bulldogs the next two, and close it in on the third. Jenny Giles with the serve. Polzine takes the set to Pazek, blocked back, and that's four hits. It was not blocked back, pardon me. Never got across, and now 22-10. Jenny Giles back to serve again here for the Madison Bulldogs. Here comes the junior's serve. Passed up to the middle of the court and up near the net, blocked back by the Bulldogs. Schwabach and Rude were both there as it came into the just across the net on the second hit. And they send it back, 23-10 now. Jenny Giles takes a moment now. Here comes the whistle. And here comes the 23-10 serve. Tiedemann over to Polzine. Back set is off the mark to Aberforth. She didn't get it. She hit the antenna. And so here we go, 24-10. Madison just needs a point to close out the match and move on to the Sweet 16. Jenny Giles will serve for the Madison Bulldogs. 24-10 in the fourth. Looking for the match. Here comes the serve. Nice dig out by Entringer. Passed up. They need a free ball. Entringer sends it across. Naustrup has it. Schwabach sets for Rude. Big hit and the kill. And the Bulldogs take the match. 25-10, the win here in set number 4. Madison wins 20-25, 25-15, 27-25, and 25-10. Took them a little while to get rolling there for the Bulldogs, but when they were aggressive, boy, you could really have made all the difference in the world here tonight.
Very definitely, Matt. You know, and that's something we've talked about all year long is playing Madison Bulldog volleyball. And when they did that, particularly in that second and fourth set, there was just no turning back on there. And, you know, a good job of serving, great job in there by Rude to get us a string of them. That's a tough place to sit and have to have those consecutive serves go in. And then the other thing, you have a tendency to get lulled to sleep because that server is doing such a good job. But congratulations to the Madison Bulldogs as they advance on to the Sweet 10 or Sweet 16. And also we need to congratulate the Baltic Bulldogs on a real good season and also a very, very good match tonight. I'm pretty sure Madison would not wanted it to be any closer than it was.
No, especially losing that first set like that. But Madison comes out with the fourth. We know Sioux Falls Christian's into the Sweet 16. They won on this floor earlier. I can tell you that Dakota Valley defeated T earlier today. They'll be the number 1 overall seed into that Sweet 16. We've got much more coming up on our post-game show here, brought to you by Mustang Seats. We're going to start that next. We'll take a timeout. We're back after this on Dakota's Best.
Mustang Seeds, your proven leader with proven performance for over 53 years. Providing top-notch service that area producers have come to expect, Mustang Seeds provides the service and products to maximize yields and quality harvest. Mustang Seeds is the best choice for having your farming operation succeed. Contact your seed. How long you want?
Every year, planting your future, Mustang Seeds.
At East River Federal Credit Union, we offer slam dunk rates so you can get the car, truck, or recreation vehicle of your dreams without breaking your budget. Talk with one of our loan officers about financing or refinancing with our all-star rates. Visit eastriverfcu.com or call 256-8145 and ask us how we can save you money today. East River Federal Credit Union proudly supports the Madison Bulldogs and is member NCUA insured and equal opportunity lender.
Trust your farming operation with the locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. With their state-of-the-art facility, Farmers Ag Center offers trusted advice when it comes to fertilizer, seed, and crop protection products. Area producers can expect accurate and timely advice, including efficient delivery and application of products during all seasons. Locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. The leaders in the field, the leaders in customer service, proud to serve area farmers and proud to support area communities.
The Madison Regional Health System is ranked in the top 5% of critical access hospitals in the nation. The independent ranking by Becker Hospital Review and Chartis Center for Rural Health considers the areas you care about the most, including patient outcomes, patient perspective, cost, and quality. Whether you choose us for your clinic appointment, surgery, or acute care, you can be confident that you are getting quality personal health care at Madison Regional Health System.
Welcome back and welcome into the Mustang Seeds post-game show, brought to you by Mustang Seeds, a family-owned company that's earned a reputation of excellent service and proven performance for over 50 years. Madison with the win here over the Baltic Bulldogs. Running up the stairs to join us in the weight room is Madison head coach Jill Craneville. Good win. They're a scrappy team that can hit pretty hard, too.
They are, and, they're out without their setter right now. Who started at the beginning of the season, so they were trying to do some different things with their setting position, and, our girls did a nice job handling it. We finished. We were down, I think, quite a bit in that third set, and we came back to fight back, and I know the girls can do it. Now they know they can do it, and it was a good win for us.
So, Coach, what was the difference between the first set and the second set?
Our passing.
Okay, okay.
And we were able to, we just weren't connecting. We had too many errors in that first set, a lot. I told them we need to stop scoring points for both sides and just focus on scoring points for our side. And that helped. The errors, were decreased a ton going into games 2, 3,
You were
and 4.
a completely different team in that second set. They came out composed. They came out and played what I would call Madison Bulldog volleyball.
Yes, I agree. Right away we kind of came out just a little bit flat, and we finally picked it up, and we knew now that Baltic was here to play, and we just needed to show up as well.
How do you think Nicole did first match back here in, 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, she did a nice job. I think she's frustrated with herself at times, but I said, hey, we have confidence in you, and you keep swinging because you're 6'3", and nobody's going to stop you on that side once you start connecting.
The other player that I thought you brought in the third set when you were down there was Whitner came in and ended up making a pretty big play by having the presence of mind to let that ball go over her head there.
Val was working hard in that back row, and she was getting tired, and I knew we needed to put somebody else in, and Brittany has been playing in the middle back position consistently all year, and so I had confidence that she'd be able to step in and do that, and she did. She did a nice job. That's a lot of pressure coming in. She hasn't played a ton for us this season, and she did. She came in and played hard.
And, of course, the next step is something called the Sweet 16, which none of us have seen before.
I know. It's going to be pretty exciting.
We do know Dakota Valley is in.
Okay.
And we do know Sioux Falls Christian is in. And more importantly, we know that Madison is in.
That's right. Hey, and I even had that written down on my sheet. So,
I think a couple things from a coaching perspective has got to be nice. You now actually have a little bit of time to prepare because more than likely the pairings will be out either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. And
then, well, it won't be until Saturday because Bennett County's region doesn't play until Saturday.
There was one region.
Yep, they're back
Always
a
gotta
day.
be somebody.
My husband's region, where my husband's from, of course, right? No.
But again, you know, everything will be reseeded, and we certainly know that we're not going to be in the top 8 more than likely, but we're going to be in that middle group somewhere. I would guess somewhere between 7 and 11.
Yep. I think if everybody had made it through, who would? It looked like St. Thomas more, but again, that's why you play the game. Anything could change.
Absolutely. Hey, appreciate you making the trek up here to join us, and we'll see you wherever we end up in a week.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks again, and congratulations, Coach.
Absolutely. It's Madison head coach Jill Craneville with us here on Dakota's Best. Madison fell down that first set and lost a 25-20. It was kind of a back and forth one. Baltic kind of had control of the whole time, it seemed, but Madison was able to stay kind of close to them. They absolutely blew them out of that second set, 25-10. Third set, same thing. Got down right away, needed the big rally at the end, came back. I think it was 23-19, something like that, Tom. I have to go back and double check on that. Maybe 22-19.
Yep, 22-19.
22-19 in that third. And you just thought, boy, you can't give them another point. You got to make your run now and get this thing back. And eventually the Bulldogs did, and were able to pick up the win there. When they're playing the way they want to play, they are an awfully tough team.
And again, I think, you know, this not only is a win for Madison, but I think the other thing is this was a tremendously good learning event for them where they learned what they have to do to be successful. And they learned if they're flat, they're not going to be successful. And they hopefully learned tonight when they hit the ball, they're unstoppable.
Absolutely. Again, we know Madison's into the Sweet 16. Won't know for a couple of days who they're playing. But once we start to get that figured out, we will let you know, of course, here on Dakota's Best and online at AmazingMadison.com. Bulldog football coming up for you tomorrow. The Madison Bulldogs will be in Rapid City taking on St. Thomas More. Semifinals of the 11A playoffs. We'll have it for you 7 o'clock here on Dakota's Best and the video stream online at AmazingMadison.com. Tom, thanks for joining us here. Appreciate it as always, sir.
And we'll see you Thursday somewhere.
Somewhere to be determined, and we'll talk to you then too, folks. Thanks for joining us here on Dakota's Best, KJAM.
Tonight.